Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Wednesday, May 4th, which means we'd be remiss not to say, May the 4th be with you to all our Star Wars fans. And we begin with a University of Tennessee baseball player setting one record and narrowly missing another. Over the weekend, Ben Joyce threw a 105.5 mile per hour pitch, the fastest in college baseball history. The redshirt junior is no stranger to super fast fastballs. The record Ben broke was his own, a 104 mile per hour pitch thrown back in March. And he almost took down the major league high heat mark as well. It currently stands at 105.8 and is held by Aroldis Chapman of the Yankees. Are you in charge of mowing your lawn? Need an earth-friendly excuse to get out of it, at least for a little while? We have it. It's called No Mow May, a backyard conservation movement that started in the United Kingdom and is now catching on in the States. The idea is to give bees, which are critical to the world's food supply, a chance to thrive during springtime. Parking the mower lets the grass grow tall, right along with important bee food like dandelions, clover, and violets. Not all neighbors will take kindly to a messy lawn, so supporters of the movement suggest letting them in on your plans. No Mow May yard signs also help, and we've put a link for free printable ones on the In the News section of our resource page at kidnuz.org. Finders keepers. Pieces of a meteorite that streaked over the skies of 3 southern states are turning up in the deep south. Phone lines lit up last week when a series of loud booms announced the arrival of a fireball zooming through the skies over Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi at 35,000 miles an hour. At its peak, NASA scientists say the fireball was at least 10 times brighter than a full moon, and when it disintegrated 34 miles above Louisiana, reportedly generated as much energy as 3 tons of TNT. By law, meteorites belong to the owner of the property on which they fall, and that, CBS News reports, is why NASA won't confirm, deny, or release the exact locations of any fragments that are found. Amputee athlete Jackie Hunt Brosma has a mantra: I can do hard things. She sure can, and she sure did. Jackie just finished running 104 marathons in 104 days, all on a carbon fiber prosthetic leg. Her original goal was 100 in 100 days to beat the existing record of 95. She started on January 17th and quickly gained a huge social media following. An organization that supports athletes who raise money for charities even designed a Jackie-inspired Lego-style character with a t-shirt that reads, "Strong has many forms." In the middle of her quest, when someone else ran 101, Jackie upped her goal to 102 before settling on 104, which she completed near Phoenix on Saturday. Jackie told the Associated Press that she hoped her personal challenge would inspire people everywhere to push themselves regardless of their physical limits. British actor Benedict Cumberbatch is throwing open the doors of his own home to a Ukrainian family. For privacy reasons, he won't say when they'll arrive or how long they'll stay, only that he wants to give them stability after the turmoil they've experienced. The A-lister is working with the UK charity Refugees at Home to ensure that other families affected by the war also find safe places to recover and regroup. Mr. Cumberbatch is far from the only Brit stepping up. 12-year-old Gabriel Clarkey is a woodshop wonder, and when his proud dad posted a picture of one of his handmade bowls for sale on Twitter, his followers soared from 6 to 227,000 in just 48 hours. Orders poured in, but instead of carving and selling thousands, Gabriel decided to make just one. He called it Gabriel's Bowl for Ukraine, and anyone who made a donation to save the children was entered into a lottery to win it. That one tweet turned into a $325,000 success story. As the surprise winner of the bowl told reporters, it represents hope, compassion, and kindness. It will have pride of place in my home. That's it for KidNuz. Now, today's KidNuz quiz. How fast was the record-setting pitch thrown by a Tennessee college player? 105.5 miles an hour. How can you help bees this month? by participating in No Mo May. A 12-year-old British boy raised how much for Ukrainian kids? About $325,000. An athlete just ran how many marathons in how many days on a prosthetic leg? 104 in 104. Today's kicker celebrates a grade school teacher TikTok famous for an unusual lesson in fairness. Amy Scott starts the year by asking her students if anyone has fallen and scraped their elbow. Lots of hands go up, but Amy only gives out one Band-Aid. Next, she asks if anyone has ever bumped their head. Hands go up, another Band-Aid goes out, but again with instructions to put it on their elbow. Repeat for a scraped knee. Once everyone is thoroughly confused, Ms. Scott explains that fairness is not about everyone getting the same thing, but about each student getting what they need. And in the classroom, that may translate to some kids getting perks that others don't, like an extra snack or more time to finish work. Amy says the lesson sticks, just like Band-Aids, and helps make managing student differences a whole lot easier. Before we go, we want to shout out some teachers who may not be TikTok famous but are equally deserving, starting with Mrs. Ham at St. Joseph Public Schools in St. Joseph, Missouri, Mrs. Hennig at Odessa Montour in Odessa, New York, Mrs. Summers at Providence Elementary in New Providence, Pennsylvania, Miss Karina at Modern American School in Mexico City, Mexico, and Mrs. Dowling at South Smith Station in Smith Station, Alabama. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.